Buenos dias, buenos tardes, y buenos noches, and todos al mundo, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK, I'll be your caster and cameraman for today, and today we have round 11 of the really big tournament 8. It is going to be the Orphan truck drivers against Raw, and I will be accompanied by my co-caster, the one and only Elliot. How are you doing, my friend?
I am very well, MK. How are you?
I am doing absolutely fantastic, my friend, and for some reason I am hearing echo, and I think I know where it's coming from. Probably voice chat. All right, say something again, Elliot.
This is the winners bracket semi-final, I believe. Winner of this will be in the winners bracket final, and I think that is a guaranteed top 3 placement.
Yes, it will be. That is a guarantee. The winner, of course, is guaranteed top 2, and that would mean the winner is guaranteed at least 1,500 for third place. As I have invisible survivors, so I will record and stop. Now I can see everybody. Opening attack will be a smoker boomer, charger, and the jockey. Open road will be the first map here. Elliot, first attack though, will not have a spitter. This tank's about to come up, and they're waiting awfully long to throw this SI attack in, Elliot.
I think they probably want to save the spawns for the tank. Oh, yeah, jockey I think is going to be the tank. They want to make sure that they can try and prevent as much chip as possible. This tank can get pretty aggressively pushed, so they did want to save spawns, make sure the tank didn't get, didn't take too much chip, and he doesn't, takes about 60.
Alright, so they do protect the tank, but the consequence for not hitting though, Elliot, is of course, everybody is now 5 punches. That's like the only issue, but it comes down to how aggressive would the other team would have been, and I'm pretty sure Elliot, just like you said, if the full support went in, I'm pretty sure Dave would have been up that hill with at least 1 or 2 other survivors to accompany him, for sure.
Oh god, yeah, Kimchi would be chasing the tank down to, to the edge of the earth and back, knowing him.
Why don't you take the rosters for Orphan truck drivers real quick before this tank gets in?
So playing Survivor first, we do have the Orphan truck drivers. We have Presto, Kimchi, Thanatos, aka Dave, aka Soul, and Serious Gamer, or Jinman slash 4ZE. And we might have to hold on a minute on the Raw roster rundown as the tank is committing. 089 committing the first tank of the game. Not going to get much luck with his hittables. He's chasing down Rochelle. Hunter doesn't land. Gets a punch onto Rochelle. Hunter is still not landed and just bounces away and dies. Gets skeeted by Jinman. He rocks his own smoker, and MK. That was not a good tank.
No, that was rough. The hittable bouncing out of bounds did not work out, and I think if the hunter actually landed, the tank would have got a corner there. I think the hunter thought the tank had his own corner, but unfortunately he punched him too far away, and they're going to come out with an above perfect bonus of 90.9, actually at 92.5. There's no more tank, Elliot. They're on par to put up a massive first chapter if the SI cannot get any kind of damage on the Orphan truck drivers with the next couple hits before they make safe room.
Yeah, this is not a long map. There's 2, maybe 3 more hits left. As they do land the pounce onto Dave, Charger does die, but a little bit of stumble at this bit as well. And alright, I mean that did more damage than the tank did, MK.
Yeah, it sure did. And of course, all the damage goes on who else? It will be Dave, their front lead shotgun. And I didn't take notice who is taking the second shotgun for this game. It's going to be Presto. So it'll be Presto and Thanatos on the shotguns. And for Raw, we're going to have Slay, Chad, 89, and Waled. A couple different members of some different teams here joining on Team Raw. And actually, all the original members of Raw are no longer on the roster anymore, Elliot. They're all gone.
Really?
Yeah, they're all gone.
Well, I think Slay was on the. I think Slay and Chad were here originally, weren't they?
They joined on the team, but they're not an original member of Team Raw, though. They were not on there. That was Jinx, Lolly Gangster, I believe Dream, and some of his other friends that are now on other rosters as well. So it's just a completely new team here. And I believe it's
Theseus. If they completely change all of the players, is it still the same team?
And I think they know where pills are. I'm not sure. Oh,
They're
ammo
just
grab.
grabbing ammo.
All right.
This is a quad MK. Smoker Charger, Jockey Hunter, and this will be basically the last chance for Raw to get any damage on this map. They're gonna have to make it count.
Look out!
The common are all dead, and in this... Oh, the survivors are pushing so far away. How are they ever gonna catch Dave? They aren't, is the answer. Hunter lands, Jockey gets M2'd, Smoker gets cleared, didn't even see what happened to the charge. And that was basically a 0 damage hit.
Yeah, and that should almost be safe for him. The board's dealt with. It's going to be a 2-2.
Coming out from Presto.
And a 2-2 without the charger. Yeah, they're in. They're going to walk in with almost 1,200 points. This is a massive first chapter. 1140 will be the final tally here, Elliot. And a strong start for the Orphan truck drivers. Actually, 1136, I'm sorry. Looks like some friendly fire came in there right at the end, actually. And yeah, that's a strong start.
Very strong start. That is pretty close to a perfect score. I think this might be the highest bonus. Definitely one of the highest bonuses I've ever seen on this map in a match. And Raw definitely have their work cut out for them. Now, it is a pretty easy map. Raw can definitely make a similarly good bonus. I don't think they could reasonably expect to match or beat it, but keep it within a couple of 100 points.
I agree. The question
We have
is...
Slay and 89 playing shotgun. 89 has taken the pump here, not the chrome, which is interesting.
He's going for more damage on the tank rather than a more accurate shot on Skeeting SI, maybe.
More damage if you're right next to him, perhaps, but you don't typically want to be that close to the tank, at least in my experience.
I completely will second that, but the only advantage is, remember, if all the pellets get the shot, they do get the bonus 24 damage, so we'll do 296 per shot, if I remember correctly, if all the pellets land. Smoker, they're going to send all the SI here. Oh, but they land a sick triple boom. Elliot, they're going to have to wait here, and if they're going to try to push this tank early, it could be dangerous if they want to chip him. I think this is enough delay where they can just spawn it, and it'll be, I don't know, Elliot. They're thinking about going to push him, but spawns are already up.
They've killed the common, but yeah, I don't think they're going to get too much chip on the tank. They'll get a bit.
That's a lot more than
about
I thought.
500.
It's more than I thought.
Not bad. And just imagine how much chip that would have been if that triple boom didn't land. If it was only a 1 boom or even none, this tank would... his health would be starting with a 4 right now.
The hands of Serious Gamer. I'm trying. Which one is Serious Gamer, Elliot?
It's 4ZE, Jinman.
Alright, Jinman is in here. So he will have the first tank. He's bringing both dumpsters in play, but one didn't cooperate. But the difference is, Elliot, the tank lost about 500 health, but the survivors are all 4 punches. That's the trade-off.
Yeah,
and actually, this is
probably a fine trade.
This is the same amount of damage the tank did on the other side already. All right, here he is.
The dumpster in.
He is on the ground. He is going to punch the dumpster to the left, try to get the survivors out. All right, they're split a little bit here. 3-1 split on the survivors. 2-2 now. And the tank misses his first punch. Smoker pull gets his first punch onto Chad. SI lingering around. Everybody's not shooting the tank. All right, they're focusing SI now. Oh, if everything lands, this will be a wipe.
They've got to kill these spawns.
Okay, that was close, Elliot. But I think they will be able to kill this tank off. Maybe one more rock. I think that maybe a punch. And gets another. Wow, okay. That is significantly more damage on the other side. Let's see the tally here in a minute, Elliot. It will be... It will be down to 65% bonus. That is almost 4 times as much damage.
Yeah, it was looking very scary there for a second. The hunter and the jockey just weren't dying, were bouncing around for a good 5 seconds before finally getting dealt with. And yeah, quite a lot of damage does come out. I think Jinman got that last punch onto Ellis as he was getting up from the hunter with like 200 health.
Just trying to get his best value as he could, and that was a good job on the SI doing so. But you were right, Elliot. It was getting a little hairy there with all the SI trying to tunnel in on all the survivors. Oh, quick pull comes
Charge
out.
is spawned. Yes, leveled.
I got to admit, Elliot, to watch some of these players just blast the charger in the face and whip out a melee and just kill them by themselves is something to see. Just gone in an instant on one of the strongest SI. They make it look so easy as they go
really
down.
do. Well played by 89. The problem was because he was sitting at close to 40 HP, the charger was able to punch him slow, and so he was limping out of the spit, as that is a hunt landing. Does get instantly cleared.
Spitter?
Charge. Who was that charge?
I missed you.
I think that was G-Man.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, just charging right into the ball, and that was a 0 damage hit, MK. Raw are going to have one more hit before safe room. They're down by about 200 points.
Tri-cap boom, right? No charger? Yep.
No charge, no spit.
I don't foresee this really.
Respawned.
I don't foresee this really doing much here. Oh, wait, Elliot. This could all change real quick. And never mind.
To land, gets a bit of damage. Gets quite a bit of damage onto Rochelle.
Yeah.
That's knocked off like 50 bonus.
They'll still walk in with what, 888? Alright, so they keep up with the Orphan truck drivers, but they don't get wiped. Nobody gets in capped. The DB does get opened on Chad eventually. I mean, I think, yeah,
Chad did go down.
He did go down. Yeah, never mind. That was the only in cap, but good job in protecting the DB. They shut down the attacks. The Charger did a good job on hitting the pole in the bar with them, but that was about it.
250 point lead for the Orphans. This is, as I believe with all playoff matches, a total of 2. So we have 10 maps of Left 4 Dead, because I believe finales are going to be played. 250 points in the face of 9 more chapters is not a huge amount, but it is a lead nonetheless.
Whoa, hey!
That is correct. All the finales are played. This was a big discussion, Elliot. I'll be honest about the best of 2s or the total of 2s and best of 3s, and we've definitely came down to with one of the biggest tournaments ever as they send the spawns in here. We'll come back to that in a minute. Blasted the hunter out of the sky. It'll just be a good sack order, but it's an early tank, and they went and hit at that manhole cover with a spit block. I think they have to go down and spawn it, Elliot. That's a good attack for Raw, and the spit block means they can't rush it. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. We'll come back to the finales a little bit later, because this is going to happen really quick here. They had a good sack rotation, too. I don't know, Elliot.
It's going to be a quad, close. MK. I mean, they definitely... Oh, no, it's not a quad. It is a spitter. You're right. They definitely don't have the drop, but how far would they have to go to actually spawn the tank?
I don't think they got to go down. I think they're okay, because that's a rough tank spawn when you got to go all the way down to make a decision, go forward or go back. It looks like this is going to be just one more attack for damage. No reason to hold this whatsoever. The tank is not a threat of being pushed, and they don't go. I am totally shocked.
Charger lands? Nice charge.
What do I know, Elliot?
But look at that spread.
Wow.
Look at Presto. That is such an unlucky spread. That's bullshit. That really is bullshit.
As second tank of the game, in the hands of Chad. And Chad decides to go forward instead of backwards to stop them from pushing down in the sewer. Because if you go back and get the car, Elliot, sometimes the survivors will push down there. And the tank will get caught with his pants down. Real quick.
He has a boomer. Okay, there we go. Sacks the boom.
Don't stop now.
Look at Dave's health, MK. I didn't even notice how that happened, but he somehow took 40 damage on that hit. I think maybe from the hunter.
Yeah, I did not even recognize it either, and that's 3 punches. I'm pretty sure Dave's gonna pop his pills. If not, it might be a tunnel from the tank. But all right, here goes Chad's tank. Why don't you take this one away for us, Elliot?
Tank is committing Smoker Charger. Jockey, are the spawn. Smoker is gonna go for the pull, but doesn't land it. Gets broken on the tree. Charger is gonna completely whiff. Jockey gets shut down. Smoker gets a pull. Charger gets a punch. Tank gets 2 punches. Misses his last punch onto Dave. Does get 1 more. That'll be that. Dave doesn't take his pills before the tank. Does pop them now, but another pretty clean take from the Orphans. I think that was 3 punches in total.
Yeah, and only 16% damage, which means the SI did nothing. They were just a distraction for a short period. The tank missing means that DB Dave is still not DB yet, and since he has pills, you know what that means. If he's leading and taking the damage, half the damage will go to temporary health, half of it will go to permanent, so he kind of has sort of like body armor on for an attack or two, if you want to say so, Elliot.
I mean, you definitely still lose points.
Yes, you do.
For DB and health bonus. This will be the last dangerous hit of the map. This ladder choke here. Jockey, Charger, Hunter, Spitter is the set, and they're going to send it below. But the Spitter, where'd the Spit go? They send everything from behind, and I don't know what happened. The Spit maybe got M2'd, but no Spit, MK.
Yeah, I mean, they still get somehow it did quite a bit of damage. I mean, it was over 10%, Ellie. I don't know where it came from. It looks like it was... Yeah, where did the damage come from?
I think the Jockey did land, and there might have been a scratch or 2 from the charge, and then Dave took his set of pills.
Oh, okay.
So all of that could have added up.
Yeah, it must have, but that's really unfortunate for Wall. That could have been a lot of damage if the Spit was in there. The Spit just had to come from the top, and it would have been clean, Elliot.
I think the Spit came from behind with the rest of its spawns, but I don't know. It didn't actually spit. It must have gotten too close to a survivor and got M2'd. I don't know how that happened. Charger, Boomer, Smoker, Hunter. Here's the next hit. And they find another set of pills. Back to 4.
Big bonus.
And they're going to hit kind of early here. And quick shot down actually on that hit. And now the survivors are going to be able to push almost all the way to the safe room. Charger gets leveled. Smoker gets a couple of ticks, but that's basically it. The survivors are going MK.
Yeah, if they push hard to the safe room, I think that's too ballsy. But nope, they're just going to hold out here. Now they will have spawns above them on top of that mountain, so it is a little bit dangerous here. If I remember correctly, they can get up there.
They can. I think they have to go all the way around. They're not even going to bother. Hunter does land, but nothing else does, and the Spitter spits on nothing. And that'll be safe for him, MK. This is another big chapter, very big chapter from the Orphans. They've taken 1 down in 2 maps.
Yeah, and this is not best of 2 or best of 3. It's total of 2. So these big scores are going to matter a lot when we get to the second campaign. And the performance of Raw Survivor here is really going to start to waver how this match is going to start going, Elliot. They cannot falter on this tank. With the score that they just put up there at 15-16 on Chapter 2. The Orphan truck drivers are firing
652 points in 2 maps, MK.
Almost 3K.
I've seen teams make less than that in 4 maps.
I've seen both the teams make less than that in 4 maps.
I've made less than that in 5 maps.
We've all been there at some point, except for probably the people in the game, of course. But Boomer, Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, the opening attack, and the Orphan truck drivers don't go for a quick sack. They hold. And they'll hit here at the Hunter will land though. They'll get a pound spit and stumble. And they get a respectable amount of damage, but I don't know if they'll be able to get another full hit. Maybe Jockey go for some scratches.
The Jockey is Presto is going to be the tank, so he'll have to try and do something. But it looks like they are going to have a full hit, albeit a rushed one. It is a quad. And they're going to send it in. Jockey gets M2'd. Charger doesn't land. Charger's actually into the water. Hunter gets skeeted. Clean take by Raw.
I tell you, whenever you go to Played Swamp and these weird things, it looks like the Chargers sometimes get pushed to the side. It looks like they're curving, but they are not. And watching him flop over to the water was hilarious. But okay, look at this. Presto's gonna go back, and this could trigger a push down by Raw. It might go as soon as they see this. Yep, see, this is exactly what I was talking about. It might be a free boom. Uh-oh.
Ooh, that is a nice boom, though.
That's gonna be
Now,
it.
how many of these common can they kill before the tank commits? Because Presto is just going straight in.
They gotta go all the way forward. They gotta keep going forward all the way up the other side of the hole. They cannot stop here. And it doesn't look like they're gonna do that. I don't think
They're
that's
waiting.
the play. This tank's AI.
Oh no, they're going forward. The infected are going to have to try and delay.
This tank's AI. If the SI do nothing here, this tank is AI. It already is AI. Yep. That's what I was talking about, Elliot. I was telling you before this even started. The jockey lands. The tank's AI.
The pull! The pull! He's going to get it down on Ellis.
Oh my gosh.
He's getting double punches. An AI tank is going to get double punches.
But he's
AI tank. He's got 5,000 health, MK.
If they get a hunter, they are screwed. This is gonna be a lot of damage. The AI's they'll be able to kill it, but if they don't have a hunter, oh the tank! Oh he misses a punch! He should die right now.
Oh, he doesn't quite get the.
Can they save him? They got a hunter though. This is what I was talking about. He's dead. No, they should be all right.
Oh, they're killing him.
Nope.
No, he is gonna be. He is fine.
The jockey's going down if he lands. Oh my gosh, this is so chaotic, Elliot. They're gonna make it. But what's gonna be left? Probably 50% something. Yeah. They'll lose the round again. But they live after what a chaotic tank fight.
That was wild, yeah. I think you're right, MK. If Raw just like committed to the run forward immediately from the start, then they would have all made it up. Tank's AIs, the hit's going to come in. I have to hold my thought. Lands onto Rochelle and the spit. That's a little bit more damage. Waleed is now slow. Gonna have to pop another set of pills. And a quad sack. As I was saying, MK, if they just completely booked it, ran all the way up, they would have made it. They would have made it before Jinman even had a spawn, because he sacked his boomer in the water. But little bit of uncertainty, just taking a bit too long from Raw, and Slay gets smoked back into the waiting hands of the AI tank. And honestly, that could have been a lot worse for Raw. They got lucky that it wasn't a death or more damage.
Yeah, or a boom on the guy down below. The tank would have just killed him because they couldn't go down. He would have double punched everybody, or a triple or a quad punch. It was just a wild turn of events to see in a tournament match of this nature, of what a little bit of hesitation could do in a match like this. And they're going to back up. They're going to fight all this in here and to avoid the quad. And you know what? I can't disagree with this. This is actually just a smart play by Raw. And the only problem is, will they bleed out enough to be slow?
Probably not. And I think even if they do, the safe room is so close at this point that as long as they take the hit fairly cleanly, they should be able to get into the safe room. Even with a little bit of limping.
Alright, and this event's about to come to an end, and we should see them come out very shortly. And I believe if they're able to shut this down, they should make safe room if nobody's slow, and they do have 2 pills. They're going to pop pills early.
Slay just pops immediately.
I was a little shocked. He's still at like 49. Gonna play it safe.
The no-go comes out from Dave. Hit's gonna come in. Charger lands. Double charge. And the jockey in the back. Oof. Not a quad, but a bit of damage. Another 50 gone.
And I do believe this is safe room now. They should be able to make it. Smoker failed. Yeah, they're in. So they're going to walk in with an 1,100 point chapter to Orphan Truck Drivers 1,500. They're going to fall down a little bit more here, Elliot. Let's see how much they're down. Oof.
650.
Yeah, that's 644 exact number, and that's a lot to be down after 2 chapters, if I'm being honest, Elliot. But they got to turn this around now before it's starting to get out of hand, even though they made two safe rooms with big bonus.
They need to start doing some work on their infected rounds. Survivor has been pretty fine from Raw. They're not the absolute best bonuses we've ever seen, but two, 60%, 65% bonus maps is a good result. The problem is that the Orphans have walked into the safe room with, 80%, 90% bonus.
And we're gonna have a little bit of a change of pace here going into the next chapter. We've seen early tank chapter 1, we see early tank chapter 2. Chapter 3 here, Elliot, we're going late on 71%. I don't think that's after the drop. Might be either
No, I
fought in
think
the diner or on top of or that one building.
yes, I think you're right. I think this will be probably they'll try and fight it outside the diner. But playing it inside the diner can be a bit scary, depending on how good the hittables are.
But unfortunately, I do think we were not able to get our Russian caster in. Fortunate.
Up to lands, and the boomer in the death spit, and that's 40 damage onto Dave. That's one of the best hits we've seen from Raw all match.
Yeah, that's a great start. They got momentum going with them at the current moment. Let's see. And they do not shoot the car alarm, but there is no early tank, so no reason to go back. They just want to get this going. And event is started. They're going to stay down here. Interesting, they don't go up top. Jockey gets sent in first as fodder, but the Charger didn't follow. And the Quad not going to do anything in there, Elliot. Actually, it did. Never mind. That did over 5% damage somehow.
I think the Charger did get 2 punches onto Kimchi. So a bit more damage, but not a huge amount.
Reloading.
Look how fast their movement are. No hesitation whatsoever. They know what the plan is, and they're just going to go here, stay on the highest ground possible, away from as much SI. Boomers popped, and they only have a Hunter Jockey Spitter. I don't know if they're going to send just this 2 in. They might wait, because this might be the last hit they get before tank already.
Does look like they are just going to hold for now. Wait for the last spawn to come up. It is a smoke, so no Charger, unfortunately. Spitter is pre-spawned. Jockey just gets absolutely melted. Hunter's coming in from a mile away. Easy skeet. Spit doesn't land, and that was a bit of a rushed hit from Raw there, MK. Not the greatest infected from a winners bracket semi-final team so far. Let's hope that Raw can step it up, and it'll all start with this tank in the hands of Slay.
I agree. Believe it or not, the Smoker did get 1 tick, and I don't know how, but they did get 2.7% worth of damage from commons out of that exchange with the SI. So they do get the SI completely melted, but they have to ignore the commons in the process, and they're the only thing that get the damage.
Oof.
That's why their bonus is such high with a 1 boom going out. Tank does get the dumpster. Is that in back of the box truck? Okay, that's a rough spot.
He could get that. I'm actually surprised he's not going for it. I'm not entirely sure what Slay is looking to do here. It looks like he's...
Okay, yeah.
He is going to rotate around and get it, yeah.
I was confused there for a minute, Elliot. I was like, what's he doing?
And this will be the commit. Dumpster is good. Dumpster is good. He's going to push the survivors off the high ground. Eventually, Dave does drop. And, ooh, Nick is... Oh, he's missed the first punch. Missed the second punch. Nick is giving Slay the feet. Slay gets 1 more, but that's it. Presto's out of the corner, turns around, skeets the Hunter. MK Charger just doesn't even spawn. He's missed on Coach. He is going to get some punches. While Coach is getting smoked, that is actually quite a bit going out onto Jin Man, but... MK. These tanks from Raw have not been good.
Yeah, it looks like the stage might be a little too big at the moment for Raw. They got to get those nerves out of there and focus those hits down. You can't leave points on the board like that, especially with a team like this. And look at, they're about to walk in with another 70% bonus. on a 600 Delta chapter, which means another 1,500 points if they don't get a lot of damage with this next 2 hits. It might just be 1 for all we know. They're ready to go. It's a 2-2. It's going to be a Hunter and Jockey. Jockey gets M2. They do land. They finally land. Oh, the stumbles in the spit. It stumbles them out, though. And that's going to be safe room. They're going to walk in with 892 bonus points. It is not 1,500, but it is a big score. Is that 4K? That's 4,000.
This is looking a little bit grim for Raw here. Close the door. 4,128 in 3 maps. MK.
And the Orphan truck drivers came to make a statement.
And
they
absolutely
have.
Don't want to detract anything from the Survivor gameplay by the Orphans here, but I think we're going to have to mention that Raw's infected, and their tanks in particular have looked really bad. That's 2 tanks that have only gotten 1 punch. And then tank last map, I think, only got 3. And this is big damage on the first hit.
Oh, yeah.
Slay walking out by himself, getting hunted behind the boxes. 089 had to take spit damage to clear him. And now, to be fair, Dave did take a lot of damage on this first hit too, but
they took more.
It does just seem like the Orphans are just a little bit sharper on both Survivor and Infected.
It looks like they're trying to hide in that room, and
Charger
it doesn't
lands.
work. The Boomer at the end here, Elliot, but they do clean it up pretty quick. They should be able to take the choke point and go over through the hedge maze. I don't know how far they're going to be able to push the post up. They might have to wait at that barracks truck. Actually, I think they can make it all the way if they want.
Looks like they are just going to post up on the truck.
I don't like going over where that ammo is and hiding out over there. Bad things happen from what I see, but there is no rocket spawns here except, I believe, the Hunter. Of course, only be able to get to this place as other SI can. And it looks like even the Orphan truck drivers are going to wait. And maybe it's
They want to hit inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to hit on the stairs. They have a set for it. Spitter Hunter Jockey Charge.
And they do have a window to come from behind as well, so they can jump out through that where the blue awning is. They have a lot of options. It looks like they're going to take advantage of it. And Raw is probably very cautiously going to make sure all the commons are cleared. Ammo seems a little sketchy. They're going to have to go in and get it.
They'll have to go in to spawn the tank anyway, so they will go right over an ammo pile.
Not only are we going to have the 3rd tank of the game, it is going to be a soul tank very shortly. See what they do on these stairs. Hunter pre-spawned waiting for the opportunity. And it is Thanatos. Tank. And they are really taking this cautious, Elliot. They're making noise.
Hunter.
Alright, here they come. Charger just M1's gonna miss. Spitter, nothing to spit on. It just gets picked. Hunter goes for a scratch. I don't think
Hunter's been spotted.
I don't think he's gonna get one.
Gets one.
Oh, he does get it. Here we go, Elliot. A tank for Team Orphan truck drivers into the hands of Soul. Full tank incoming. And a wipe here would be absolutely devastating for Raw and put the Orphan truck drivers in a good driving position. And they're not clearing this smoker. And the Boomer lands. Just a sack, though, as he brings his toy into play.
Bit of damage coming out from that smoke. Charger's gonna sack as well. And the dumpster is in, and in a pretty good spot, just down on the bottom of that street. Dave can definitely punch that up top, or just leave it down there and corral the survivors into it.
Oh, he didn't make it. I don't think he could do that. I don't think that's a strafe jump you can do. Going over here. Interesting take. I think they have to go in the diner now. They have no choice. Yep. All
This
right.
is not a great spot to fight the tank. You're much better off fighting it outside if you can. Inside it is, and Dave is going to commit this tank after throwing a rock. Doesn't land the rock, and he's in.
They got a boomer though. The boomer does
Gets
land.
an early
Oh
punch
my
onto
God.
Chad. One more and Chad is going to be down. And he's going to get another corner onto Slay, who's boom double punch because 089's just walked into him. And there's 2 more spawns left. Hunter's going to land. Jockey is finally going to die, but oh, actually Dave doesn't get the corner onto 089. I don't think this is going to be a wipe MK, but it's a huge amount of damage. 680, 640 misses. Oh, okay. A lot of whiffed punches coming out from Dave there at the end, but look at the damage, MK.
Oh, but they have a smoker. This is gonna be a wipe. There's nothing he can do to stop this. Yep. It's a wipe,
Chips it
Elliot.
once. It's not going to be enough. That is the wipe, and MK, this is a nearly 2,000 point lead already. Why did they go inside? I truly have no idea what Raw were doing.
Yeah, I think the play was not to go inside, just back up. Going inside guarantees the corner. There's no way you can run anywhere, in my opinion, and I'm a little flabbergasted, Elliot. That might be a fumble, and unless they can collaborate some wipes on the Orphan truck drivers, which seems unlikely with the way they're playing, I don't know if we're going to see a second game, Elliot.
Yeah, this might be a quick one here today, or at least relatively quick. 2 more maps, and yeah, I think unless this delta can be decreased in the next 2 maps, we might be seeing those 2 little letters coming out.
And I'll tell you what, if they needed an opportunity to start making a comeback, they got it at 24% with the tank early, but gotta be blatantly honest, Elliot, this tank is not a fun tank to play. It kind of reminds me of Swamp Fever.
Famously one of the easiest tanks in the game for Survivor.
Yeah, this has Swamp Fever written all over it right here, one of these tanks. A good old Map 2 tank or Chapter 3 tank. Are almost impossible to do anything with without some lucky hittables. But that's what they're going to have to deal with. Opening tack tri-cap with the spitter, no hunter will be included. They really need to land this charge spit to get some momentum. And the smoker is not able to grab Dave. Misses again. I think it's just a bait. Charger rockets, gets the B-hop. Does not. Well, melted from Kimchi. The other 2 caps land. That's not where the damage comes from. And
That charger, I don't even think it touched the floor, MK.
No, Kimchi just blasted it in the face.
Reloading.
And it's tank time. 2 survivors will be 4 punches. 2 survivors will be 5 punches. And if this tank can manage to get 5 punches, it'll do more damage than all the other 3 tanks combined, Elliot.
Yeah, that's a bit of a grim state of affairs.
And it will be in the hands of Welled, their captain.
Boomer Charger do sack, so Hunter Smoker Jockey will be the set. Look how aggressive the Orphans are playing.
Oh, they want to chip him up. I bet you that they'll play so aggressively here that that tank will be below 3,000 by the time he gets through the fence.
That's a big call. 3,000 damage might be hard to do that early. The survivors have backed up.
I was a little overzealous, Elliot. I'm apologizing.
A little bit. Hunter gets
Oh.
skeeted. He is gonna get a corner onto Kimchi. But oh, he's melting. Where's the jockey? Help! Help your tank! As the next pull does come out, he's gonna get another punch onto Elliot. Oh, and nearly one more, but by far the most damage that we've seen from any tank from Raw so far this match.
We go.
Unfortunately,
Don't worry about it.
Elliot,
not nearly enough.
Reloading.
that's not enough, but he got 5 punches. He matched what all the other tanks done into 1. So, I mean, they're at least going the right direction, but the problem is that they still have 71% of the bonus, and they have 3/4 of the map to go on probably one of the easiest chapters. Hits are not really favorable for the SI. I think only 2 spawns where you can rocket from effectively, in my opinion here, Elliot. This tag, they're going to try to go in here.
Misses.
No, nothing going to land. Everything's shut down.
That was me.
That was me right there.
Melted. I don't think the Boomer died third either. I think it's going to be Tri-Cap Boom.
No. I think it is going to be another boom.
Loading.
89 is still on 0, and the survivors are going to make short work of this map, especially at this rate. There's
Reloading.
maybe 4 or 5 more hits as the survivors approach halfway.
Oh,
Charger just gets melted again. Jockey, nothing's landing. MK. There's
no.
there's nothing to cast. SI spawn and then they die.
And not only that, but they have found extra set of pills, so since the tank has died, their bonus has gone up. They're back up to 73.4% bonus, Elliot. It's kind of wild to
There's
see
another set of
unfold.
bills here for Kimchi.
And they're going to double up. Of course, the bonus won't go up because of that. It doesn't work that way, but they'll have a tri-cap spit. And this is probably the most advantageous hit on the chapter for the infected. I would have to
They're
state
gonna
that.
have to do some enormous damage, like 500 plus bonus damage here on this hit.
I hear a charger.
Spawns come from behind. The Charger just charges into a tree. He's gonna get some fists though, and the Hunter does land. So you know what? A bit of damage, about 150, but still not
And-
nearly enough.
No, but it is double-digit value, but I don't know if they'll get another chance for that because spawn rotations won't have a chance. Whatever they have here, this is going to be it, Elliot. There is no way they'll have another chance. No one's going to be slow unless this does devastating damage, this tri-cap. They do not have a charger for separation. It's really retro attack with a jockey. And this needs to be a massive quad boom and everybody separated to get some damage. 801 remains. This is well over 5,000. Oh my gosh, they're going to put up 6K after all 5 chapters at this rate, Elliot. Maybe even more.
Yeah, well over 6k after 5 chapters at this rate. Now that said, that's a nice 2-cap at the front. Unfortunately, the Hunter did take the jockey guy, so that would have been a rolling tri-cap MK. But another 100 bonus knocked off, so a couple of decent hits there from Raw at the end.
Yeah,
And
almost.
this is, I think, the lowest percent bonus that the Orphans have made all match.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is still 5,000. Actually, it's 5,432. That's their score. Descending
There
right in
you
a
go.
row. And their
And you can
adversary.
easily put 1,000 points on the board in this finale, so they're on track for like a 6.5k map here, MK.
Actually, I'm pretty sure this is. Trying to think. This finale has 2 tanks. This is an 800
does.
distance finale.
Shut up, Nick.
They have a chance
It's
to
a
put up
big-
7,000.
There is a
With
chance
800
it'll be an
bonus.
enormous map for them, but yeah, they could be pushing 7,000, which would be the highest score I've ever seen on this map. Match or scrim. Any ping.
Yeah, the lower pings here seem to have the aggressiveness coming out on the Orphan truck drivers compared to what they were last week. Play much more passive with the higher ping. They are firing all
Look,
cylinders.
lower, but certainly not super low. The Charger misses. That nearly landed. Lower, but not super low. About 120 to 140 on each of the players. So still firmly in the high yellow to low red.
Over here.
And I know everybody is always asking, when is a Corey going to play Orphan truck drivers? And if we want that to happen, if they get the victory here and then win next week, the only way a Corey does that is going all the way through the loser bracket to find them. As
Yeah.
4th tank of the game will be in the hands of one of Envy's finest, Kimchi.
One of the game's finest.
This is true. This is true. Actually, a lot of the game's finest, you could say, probably 2 of the game's finest in the regions are in the game on the same team.
I think a lot of people would say that. Maybe even 3. I think Presto has proven himself to be one of the best North American players.
I would definitely could agree with most of that statement, but you cannot deny Dusty's dominance of 25 first places. But anyways, Kimchi Tank is in here, Elliot. Hunter lands.
Upper lands.
He doesn't take the corner. Oh, it's a double
pin
cap.
cap.
No way. Oh, they get the clear. It looks like he's going to get one in cap. Maybe not even that. He might be able to get away. Bad angle. And he does get hit again. Misses the rock.
Misses the final rock. So much damage, MK.
And it was, yeah, but the tank did less damage. But the SI got great value away from the tank with the 2 cap there, Elliot. And they do end up doing more damage because of that reason. Better SI.
The survivors just getting so split. I think it was Slay who got pounced, or was it Chad? One of the survivors getting pounced, completely split from the rest of his team. Presto finding the angle,
Hey, I'm reloading.
and then a pull in the back.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is possibly a map that Raw can win, but they've only got about 150 bonus lead and a lot of map left to play.
I definitely agree, but I do say whoever does lead, I would say whoever loses here, the road through RBT8 will still go through the loser bracket through Akori. They will still be there. And there's a quad here. This quad lands too here, Elliot. This could get really interesting real fast. Don't even have half the points of their adversaries right now. And they have slowed down to make sure all the comments are clean because they know it's coming. They'll currently win the chapter if they can hold this bonus here, Elliot, by breaking into about 180.
It's a big if.
They need a lot more than 180 in my opinion. Even if they would walk in the bonus with this, 3,400 for
Reloading.
open road is not terrible. It's pretty respectable. But against 5,200, doesn't quite fill the glass there, Elliot.
Not quite. Look how patient the infected are being. They're gonna wait all the way to this the one-way drop for sending the hit. So if this hit doesn't do a lot of damage, then Raw have gotten a lot of map basically for free.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Orphan's definitely banking on this one being a big one.
Down here.
Where is the charger gonna come from? Looks like he's set up in front. That's always the trickiest spawn to land on these quads, is the charge.
Very patient with the SI.
Rochelle's up in the tree. They might have to wait for her to drop before they send us in, and she does drop. And here they go. Charger spawns. That's a pull in front. Charger doesn't land. Jockey gets M2. Ooh, that looks close for a second there, MK.
Yeah, got a little hairy there. Just a good discipline on the SI to wait till everybody gets in till they strike. The clears does come out. Usually the smoker, in my opinion, on some of these quads here, like Elliot, usually get the most damage. That smoker does rip away quite a bit and brings it closer to about 180 because I think they found an extra set of pills. And this is actually the last hit too. So if they can never mind, they're gonna sack and probably one more hit at the safe room now. Unless they try to throw him off guard, Elliot, just go, nope, they're gonna back off.
Yo, I'm hurt.
Yep, they're gonna save. This really will be the last hit.
Gotta keep you for a bit.
And they have to eat another set of pills now. Only 110 points can be won if they shut this down.
I'm a reload.
They have not give up, Elliot. They're trying their hearts out for sure. Trying to get every single point they can to break in. And actually, Slay might have to eat pills. He took damage from a comment from behind. Oh no. Oh,
Charger lands, 2
my.
cap at the back, and the slam. 2 slams the in cap, and that is 4 out of 4 maps that the Orphans are gonna win. With 200 bonus coming off of that hit. And MK, I'm not even sure we're gonna see a finale, let alone a second campaign.
Let's see.
Y'all gonna close the door?
And it's their call. Nope. They want to give it a shot.
Alright, Game will continue, but that is getting closer and closer to a 2,000 point delta.
That sounds
And
like a
okay,
spitter.
I'm gonna have to be right back, sir.
No
So
pain, no
take us away on map 5.
You got it, my friend. All right, as we wait for Elliot to return, the opening attack will be a Charger Spitter Hunter Jockey. They do get the God hit from the gate. Great opportunity to start this strong. See if they can catch the Orphan truck drivers with a nod hit.
Weapons over here.
And the next map also is worth quite a few points too. There's a lot of value in all the chapters of this game. Here they go. Charger has to spawn in the woods. Oh, they landed almost a tri-cap, but it's a double cap. Spitter gets picked. And they fail another spit hit, which would have been a great start. So close to getting incredible value, but it gets shut down. Didn't even see. I think the Spitter got picked. But they're going to be able to push through, get out of the cornfield. Get the first part of this event started. Jockey Hunter, Smoker, Boomer coming up into rotation shortly. And they actually already got the event started. 2 extra sets of pills is all they're going to have. And here comes the attack. Hunter pounces his way in. Smoker gets the pull. Hunter gets blasted out of the sky. An attack thwarted. 0 damage coming out there. We shall wait a minute for the attack to come up again, but 2 attacks down. The survivors have 97. Oh, no. Common's getting some damage in there. 96.5% bonus remaining. Correct myself. Survivors have lost 60 points. Now this time they are successful charge spit. Oh, they get a triple. Stumbles. Everybody was in the spit there for a minute. They get great value from that one. Almost double digit, and they really needed that to get some momentum into this tank spawn. Ammo grabs. Melee grabs. Thanatos bringing a melee to the team and an unfortunate spawn. No, actually, that's okay. They're going to go for an attack early here before the tank's in position for a rock. And he'll be shot a few times as he gets to the high ground. 5th tank of the game of this tournament match will be into the hands of Chad. Chad is above them on the railroad tracks using the barracks trucks. And they are hard LOSing this tank. Try to force him to commit early. Rock comes out. Oh, he gets a rock onto Kimchi as Elliot returns. Elliot's
I came back at just the right time.
What did I see? They're going to send spawns in here. Jockey does land Elliot, but everything else cleaned up. Charger, 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punches. And no.
Quite a lot of damage.
That's a lot, Elliot. They went into this tank at 96% bonus, Elliot. And right now they are at 78. A lot of almost more damage than all their other tanks have done except for the chapter 4.
And this tank is particularly punishing. If you start eating rocks, it can really drag out. Chad does lose his first pass before the hit comes in. They're gonna send the hit anyway. Nice 2 boom lands. Hunter doesn't, unfortunately.
Oh, what a skeet! He was just boomed on and Thanatos still got the shot off. He says, I don't care. What a shot! That was sick. I don't know if you saw that, Elliot, but that was crazy.
I did not, but definitely know that Dave couldn't click on some hunters. Charger, jockey, it's another boom. Chad's down to 50%. He's gonna have to go with a boom charge. That is not the spawns that you want. So the charger doesn't land, jockey doesn't land, boomer doesn't land, and this is exactly what I was talking about. This tank is chasing coach. I don't think he's gonna catch him. Does land the rock, but that might be it. He's in the cornfields. The Survivors can't easily see him. He's going to throw one more rock. Dies. MK. Bad sack rotation from the infected. Committing the tank with a boom charge.
Yeah, I also think the tank didn't have to commit yet. He was still 55%. The boomer had to rush to get in position. Just miscommunication. He did the best that he could. I mean, they do get a respectable amount of damage out of it, Elliot. It's almost 25%. That's an average tank worth, but they need more in this situation. They do land a sick double cap. Boomer walks in, maybe some stumbles. That's a good follow-up, and they get some momentum, killing the first tank. All right.
Presto walks backwards through the spit while trying to clear Dave. Survivors are not. They are killing these common. I mean, that's kind of them. Common here, when they spawn behind the hedge like that, basically just bug out. You don't have to kill. As the next hit comes in, oh, 2-cap lands and the Charger's throwing fists at the smoke. It is a rolling tri-cap, MK. This is by far the biggest hit we've seen out of Raw all match. And that was actually close to the quad. Tanks up. And he spawns behind them. Oh, I don't think he's going to get in time. But, ooh, that was a bit scary.
This tank has to try to bleed them as much as possible before he can commit, and I don't think it's going to be able to happen. They're really messed up, though, Elliot, but I don't know how many extra pills they have sitting on that table. They still got 2 extra pills.
I think the infected need to try and in-cap Dave. It's the rock. Doesn't land. The hunter doesn't land. Charger. That's like the third. Oh! But he does get the scratch. And that means Dave is going to be bleeding as well. That's like the 3rd or 4th Charger I've seen this match just charge into a wall. I'm not sure what's going on here. Rock! Onto Presto. Well played from Walid.
Survivors got a little overzealous there, Elliot. A little overzealous pushing that sugar cane, or the... Is it sugar cane or cornfield? I'm pretty sure it's cornfield.
I think it's corn, yeah.
Yeah.
So the tank is going to commit here. And he just gets a straight in-cap onto Kimchi. Kimchi didn't pop his pills.
Uh-oh.
And now the tank can just play it slow. This is a really hard pickup to get.
If anything, he can automatically rock him for free on the get-up if they let him get up. Now they can't.
He can punch him for free, in fact. And there it is. And the rock?
Ooh.
Doesn't land the rock. Does get skated.
Hey, watch out!
It's 2.7k still left on this tank. That's definitely enough to... And he's still first pass, so definitely enough to play a bit more rock. Send a couple of hits.
That rock was a little sloppy there, Elliot. I really think right now we should just try to be looking at them and not throw rocks till support's ready. He goes in.
He's gonna commit. Charger misses. He is gonna get another punch onto Kimchi. 2 punches, 3 punches. Is he gonna get one more? Does get the in-cap onto Kimchi, who is now black and white.
I think it used to be inside of you.
MK by far the best tank we've seen this match from Raw.
Yes, definitely. They're playing much better SI here. I think they got some momentum gaining for you, but I don't know if it's... We'll see what happens on the other side. Kimchi will have to pop. They have a sliver of bonus on Serious Gamer or Jinman. That's probably going to be their focus here. Kimchi's chance of dying is highly unlikely. See if they can focus down Rochelle. It should be the right call. Hunter looks like it.
2-2, unfortunately.
See if they can get it. Can they get the rest of that bonus gone?
Opt.
Hunter going for the wrong survivor, though, Elliot.
Yeah, they stack on Presto, but DB is already long gone, and the survivors are going to make it into the safe room.
With just a tad.
70 bonus, give or take.
6304 for 5 chapters of open road. And I mean, they have a chance to make up some points here, Raw, as long as they're able to take some of these attacks and not take too much damage on the tank. I think if I'm Raw here, Elliot, your goal gotta be minimum. Take 600 bonus. That seems reasonable. You gotta be able to get that. Put an additional, 1,400 on top of what you have. It puts you almost at 5,000 going to the next campaign. Down 1,300. You can bounce back from that as long as you hold the momentum with your SI going into the next campaign. They gotta have a good start coming into this, because it seems like they're warmed up right now, Elliot, but they gotta keep going.
Absolutely right. I think 500-600 bonus will keep the minute. If it's much less than that and we start approaching a 2,000 point deficit, then that does get very tricky. I believe the next campaign is Suicide Blitz, which is a famously difficult survivor campaign, so it makes things even more favorable for the Orphans, having a point lead.
Yeah, I'm going 2 for 1 here.
Oh, the patience.
The Go-Go comes out, Hunter lands, Jockey lands, and the Charger is going to get the stumble on Nick. And that is big damage onto 89, already down to 46 HP.
I mean, Elliot, they've sniffed out the attack and it still didn't matter. They ate so much damage from that opening hit, and the Orphan truck drivers didn't take that until, I think, until the tank spawned. So they got to take all the hits with no damage.
That you wanted. For Raw, they do shut down this hit very cleanly. It's the Boomer dies. I think that is a quad sack MK, so the Jockey is going to save.
I believe they should go inside the trailer. They're not going to go inside the trailer? Elliot, they're not going to go inside the... No, they're not. Okay.
They're not going inside the trailer or inside the barn.
Yeah,
they are going to stay out in the open.
All right. This could be a mistake. We'll see, Elliot. Take the squad away as soon as these guys are ready for it.
The quad is going to come in real fast, and it doesn't land. The Charger doesn't land. Instant clear on the smoke, instant clear on the hunt, instant clear on the Jockey, and pretty clean take, MK. The only problem is that 89 did fall below 40 HP, 39 HP at the moment. But otherwise, very clean shutdown on that quad.
And I do believe they're shooting the ones behind the fence as well, because when the commons die, the tank will spawn faster. If I remember correctly, Elliot too. So Charger goes in, misses, Spit will not charge punch. Here it is. This is tank number 5 of this tournament match, and it will be into the hands of Soul. Heck of a tank to deal with here on the finale. Unfortunate RNG for Raw, and probably one of the best tanks in the game. Playing right now, Elliot.
Yeah. Very dangerous with his hittables. Fortunate for Raw, there are no hittables on this map.
Not to the of our knowledge.
We'll have to deal with this tank, as that is a nice pounce, and the smoke lands, and the rock! Oh dear.
Textbook,
no one
Elliot.
skeeted the rock.
Textbook. So well done from Orphan truck drivers. And they're inside. They can't eat it right now, but they have taken a lot of damage. Look at 71% bonus left. And the tank is not even committed. He's still looking above them, waiting for his opportunity. Oh, he dropped? I think that was an accident, actually, Elliot.
Might just be trying to keep a little bit of sight. The survivors don't know that he's there. He's gonna... Oh, the Charger lands inside, gets an in cap. What's Dave gonna do? He is gonna back up. Right, he's not gonna try and play off the in cap. Oh, close onto Rochelle. 89 is now bleeding for the rest of the map.
And yeah, the chance.
Dave has gone second.
So he has no choice. He has to commit here. And 2 people need to pop their pills. Slay will have to, or else he's gonna be easy pickings for the tank. And he already does so. One more E-Rock. And okay. Looked like he pooped that E-Rock out as the boomer stacks. You have to take a little bit more chip. They're gonna hard LOS him here.
Yeah, the survivors are gonna try and force him in. This is the right play.
Uh-oh. Okay.
They see him.
Chad's not gonna let that happen. Oh, that's a lot of chip, Elliot. That's another 600. He's down to 4,700. All right, he's in. He doesn't have full support yet. He goes early too. Nick, bad angle.
He's gonna get a free 2 punches onto 89 and then follow it up with another rock into an in cap on Walid. And the jockey lands on Ellis. They're just, the infected are just feeding him punches. 2 in caps. Oh, so much damage, MK. That looked like the easiest tank of Dave's life. Just walks in, gets a free punch onto Nick, and then Rochelle's pounced right in front of him, downs her, turns around, and someone's jockeyed right in front of him again. Too easy.
Yeah, the angles the survivors taken to kite him are terrible in my opinion. Just giving him the easy corner. Unfortunate for 89 that he was the one who took the bad angle, and now they're gonna. Oh, nice ski coming out there. Oh, he's got to be grateful for being covered there.
Get down, Mr. President. He does get charged. Oh, and cleared again. 89. Absolutely saving Wally twice.
Yes, the Charger special delivering the Rochelle to 89 as well. Sometimes just to get the charge enough is difficult, so good job by the Charger. Great clears by the survivors, but bonus is tipped down all the way to 331 bonus. And if I'm being blatantly honest here, Elliot, it'd be lucky if they make full distance now at this rate.
Yeah, they've still got to kill a whole other tank.
And it is a Presto tank, and it's tank number 6 of this tournament match.
Weapons over here.
There's 4 bleeders, MK. 4 bleeding survivors.
Someone's going to be
Slay will, yeah, they're going to have at least one person slow for this tank, assuming Presto plays it slow. They're losing 4 HP a second on the survivor team with 4 bleeders. That's a lot.
Yeah, they're about to have 2 bleeders, unfortunately.
He's gonna get close. He's gonna. Oh, special delivery.
The rock counted too.
He doesn't down Slay. Interesting.
And he only suffers 300 health for that whole transaction. And the tank goes down. I mean, the tank goes down, coach. Yeah. Oh, they get the pickup though. And that is it. The bonus is pretty much non-existent, Elliot. That's what, a sliver of DB? And that's gone in a punch.
This is almost certainly going to be the wipe, MK. Another rock lands onto Willed. And I think it's just a formality at this point for Presto.
Now it's just how much morale can you kill off wall by doing this.
Boys, I'm down.
That's all they're gonna. He's just gonna walk up to a rock and keep running away till he dies. He's never gonna commit this tank. This is a kill shot. The only reason
you would commit it is if a 3 cap lands. He doesn't even need to rock. He can just keep sight. He does throw the rock. Doesn't land it, but he doesn't even need to.
And he's gonna run away again, and he's losing a little bit of rage now. I think he has to commit it here now, probably, Elliot. And I think he still has plenty of health to clean this up with his SI. 620.
Yeah, I mean, might not be able to fully wipe the survivors, but oh, never mind. Walid is dead.
I respect it.
The survivors have pushed back outside.
He pulled out his melee and took it like a man. Gotta give him respect.
Sometimes that's all you can do. Onto in-cap Slay. Pounces Ellis, in-caps Ellis, and it's just 89, and he is gonna get cornered, and that is gonna be the first map. Good half called by Jinman, good half called by Walid. It looks like we are gonna go to Suicide Blitz. 6,300 to 4,200. That is a 2,100 point lead, MK. This is a big lead.
Yes, it is. It's not over though. It definitely is not over.
There's always hope. When there's a will, there's a way. But I do think, like I said, with the next map,
Well, let's get that prediction started. Here we go. We're going live, Elliot. 5 more chapters of Left 4 Dead. Strong lead for the Orphan truck drivers, but let's go. And the God hit from the safe room. This is exactly the start they needed. Pre-spawning behind the soda machine.
they know exactly where he is. Charger and Hunter. Hunter lands. And, oh, actually doesn't stumble. He gives Dave some god frames there, and not too bad. I think that could have been a lot more damage. Yeah, the Charger and Jockey both giving Dave some god frames.
Yeah, the Charger should have stumbled. The Jockey should have body blocked. That's a complete fumble on what should have been almost 10% damage onto Thanatos, Elliot, and I don't like it. But I do like this elevator music. Not gonna lie.
Music is nice. Smoker is dead. Boomer is dead.
Charge
So
spit.
quick sack coming out from Raw. It is going to be Hunt Charge Spit Jockey. So the exact same the exact same hit as we just had.
They just want damage. And I can't disagree. They got to get a lot of it, Elliot.
The hit on this event, famously one of the hardest hits in the game to take as survivors. If there's a spitter up, it is truly brutal, trying to avoid taking massive amounts of spit damage. They are going to 2-2 it. This is an okay way of doing it, but you can get death charge. They're not going to. And actually pretty quick clears through the wall. Presto getting a nice skeet onto the Hunter. The Charger and Jockey do land, but Kimchi and Jinman are able to shoot them through the wall, and not too much damage at all. Okay, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But both Thanatos and Soul will both Thanatos and Soul. I mean, Thanatos and Presto will both be around 60 HP. That's where most of the damage goes on. For a minute there, I thought it was crashing.
Honestly, if I had... Oh, so that's another charge. Does get a scratch. And the Hunter scratches as well. And actually, that's a lot of scratch damage coming out with that quad boot.
Wow. Holy crap, Elliot. That was almost 10% without a spitter inside a small area. That usually doesn't happen. And we're
It's like 20 more damage onto Presto and Dave. Both of them. Just from scratches.
And we're on to tank number 7 of this tournament match into the hands of Slay. And he's going in fast.
I think this pretty much is a must wipe, as that is more scratches coming out onto Kimchi this time. Yeah, I think this is basically a must wipe here for Raw if they want to keep themselves in this match.
Or if not a wipe, they must. I don't know. If they don't get any wipes, it needs to be at least 3 end caps every tank. They can't let any bonus happen when they make a safe room. Oh, Smoker cleared in an instant, just a sack. They might be extra aggressive here. Oh my gosh, Elliot!
Kimchi!
Could this be the game changer? Could this be it? Oh, they're making a hard push. Look at Dave. Dave does not want this to happen.
Shinman?
Jinman being aggressive. Are they gonna get this kill? They might. Okay, they do get the kill, but now they're separated. Hunter trying. SI not in position. Dave! Oh my goodness! And it looks like he's gonna get another car. No, he is not. Oh, the Charger lands! Oh my gosh, these cars are so ridiculous, Elliot. The dumpster next to Dave, no way! They're corralled in a corner! What? Oh gosh! Oh my gosh! Elliot, how many times can hittables get so close? I'm serious? It was bananas? Oh my gosh!
I think Slay might have been better off just going for punches at that point.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, great damage. Can they land the tri-cap
me get ugly
and
with you.
secure this wipe? There's not a lot of map left.
We might need these.
Reloading.
Now the question is, do you go for the wipe or you just try to get all the bonus gone? That's a lot of bonus. If they still make it in with 200, with 400 distance, I mean with full distance with 3, Elliot, they'll still get positive, just full distance points. I don't know.
This hit is a 2-2, so they're not going to get wiped here. Or at least they shouldn't.
Yeah, they shouldn't. They would have to catch 2 people behind, and they can't do that with what they have. And now that's a nice boom.
It's a good start. Survivors look like they just want to go. They're not hanging around. The pull does land. Hunter's a bit late. Does stack onto Presto, and that is going to be an in-cap.
Oh, the death spit!
Chinman jumps right into the death spit, taking even more damage. This is going to be, I think, at best, a 0 bonus map for the Orphans. It might not even be that, because I believe there is going to be the tri-cap. And here they go. Jockey lands, unfortunately the Charger doesn't. And neither does the Hunter, actually. And Jinman is not going to go down. Alright, I completely take that back, as Dave immediately incaps him.
That's funny. The timing of that was perfect.
I'm here all week, folks.
It's going to appear, though, they're going to get the distance with 3. I have no idea where that spit came. Oh. Where did that even come from?
Must have come from behind, from up top. Spitter does despawn. They clear the charge, and they are going to make it into the safe room, MK. That hit. Barely even got a chance to talk about it, just melting the smoke and the charge. The survivors are going to limp in with a little bit of bonus left on Dave. Not a good map. What on earth is Dave doing?
Pills.
Well, farming the MVP stats. They make it in with 39 bonus. 385 for the chapter, so not a lot. Not looking great for the 10k prediction.
No, definitely not at all. That hurts that cause quite a bit. But that's really going to swing the favor for Team Raw to actually start making up some points here, Elliot. They need to be able to survive this tank. Only 1 in cap is acceptable, in my opinion. And nothing less than 50% bonus. Anything less is completely unacceptable.
This is a hard map to be making 50% bonus. These hits inside are brutal. That tank spawn with all those hittables is brutal.
They went
Let's
3
see what Raw
shotguns.
can do.
They went 3 shotguns, too.
Yeah, I think that's a good call, particularly for the indoors here.
And the Orphans choose to wait here.
Charger misses, but the Hunter does not.
There'd be a lot of damage, way more. And that's 10%. Great start for the Orphan truck drivers. Keeping their momentum going. Nothing has phased them.
89's down to 53 health.
Shout out to the map maker for putting this elevator music in here.
The Orphans sack the boom smoke as well. Both teams going for the hunt charge jock spit.
And I can't disagree. I think it's a good call.
Smoker can potentially be good here to set up the death charge, but outside of that, doesn't have a lot of utility.
I guess this person is not a caster.
I believe that's Asari. I think they are co-casting with
Okay.
Onric.
Thomas to come in.
Survivors are set up in the same way as well, 2-2ing it.
Here comes Elliot.
Here comes the hit. 2 cap lands, charges. Charges gonna go for the daisy and he gets it. Slay.
And 89 loses all of his HP. What did we just witness? That is a complete throat wolf. Elliot, how did they let that
Okay.
happen?
I mean, I don't know. I gotta be honest. What? I have no idea what Slay was doing. He was in the corner. I mean, yes, there's spit there. You're gonna take some damage, but he just walked outside, out of the corner, and lined himself up for an easy death charge. What did he expect to happen?
And the survivors through the wall aren't able to clear that. They don't have the angle on that to where they were set up. And just textbook play of taking the opportunity of what's given to them again by the Orphan truck drivers. And now, I don't know. It looks like they're going to lose more points. As a 2-boom lands, they do have a tri-cap. It could end all here. There is a 2-boom. Smoker's walking his way in. Hunter wants to go. Here comes the jockey. This could be it. And it's going to be a rolling tri-cap. Oh my gosh, Elliot. They wipe out. And they're going to
Rolling
go
about
down
that.
even
That is-
more.
That is a clean tri-cap.
Oh. The clock of the winner bracket is ticking for Raw. They need now everything to go in their favor. One more chapter like that, and it might be out of reach, Elliot. If not already.
Yep. I think we are definitely right on the edge of what is plausible here.
I do know that the last 2 chapters are 700 distance. I know there's some points value there, but it doesn't really matter if you're down too much, though. And we both know that chapter 4 isn't the best for holding bonus. And of course, the finale is, the finale, because that end part going out of the stadium, Elliot, is so deadly for a quad take. So dangerous. We're going to have a tank 45% of the way through the map, so that means they'll have chance to hit the Orphan truck drivers during the whole event, and they need to do so, Elliot. The only problem is they have to take the corner with that tank, and it is hard to get on top of that bridge or top of the house without being shot up by the survivors. Difficult take.
I hear Hunter around.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Oh, this is a big brain play. Oh, this is a big brain. I don't even think they're going to realize what's going on here. If they could find a spawn and make this happen. But I don't think the Orphan truck drivers are going to fall for it. I don't know. I think Elliot might be AFK for a split moment.
No, I'm here.
All right. I don't know
The
if
hit's
he's
coming in.
And the big brain play turns out to be nothing, Elliot, after all. They actually, when they instantly started the map, that Boomer was in the water and died instantly, so far away, that it doesn't show up onto the HUD. It won't even say it died when it's so far away. So this happened in the last tournament match that I've casted here, Elliot, out of the Hard Rain 2 safe room. They popped the Boomer out of there and then actually almost landed the quad.
I see. Well, that was such a big brain play that I didn't even notice it happened. Unfortunately, not a lot of damage came out of it as a result.
Reloading.
No, so there is a little trickery you can do there. As long as you're far enough away, the survivors will not know about it if it doesn't have any audio cues. It won't show up in the captions either, so that is something that is possible. And they took advantage of it to the point where they just needed to execute to make it work, and that just didn't happen. But now it's quad trident.
What's up? That's one. That's two.
Oh, the charger!
Oh.
And the death charge failed! They had it right there, Elliot, and I'm disappointed.
Charged right into the pot plant on a guy who was smoked.
And the jockey...
Didn't quite see. Did he not have the angle?
I guess not, but the jockey had to stumble for the final survivor to be charged for the quad. and he wasn't there for it. They went for the death. They missed it. Still a great hit, but man, they got to keep the momentum up, and that's going to really hurt the
Lucky break
morale.
for the Orphans.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to kill the morale of Raw unless they keep it going. Oh my goodness! Dave just almost died. Quick 2 steps out of the
Again.
way. Yes, a second time we almost see Dave die on the same chapter. You wouldn't be living up to DB Dave that way, Elliot. He'd be dead.
I'm a reload. The fire's spreading, man, spreading.
Well, I'm sure the Orphans are very glad that that didn't happen. Still, good damage. Dave down to 50 health, Presto down to 60.
It's another quad too. I missed this. It's gonna be another quad try. Go for another death charge. Oh my goodness! Oh, he misses it again, Elliot! No way! You can't make
I don't
this
actually
up.
know. I don't actually know if there is a place to death charge in that area. I think it's all fenced up. You have to be down the other end, but still, huge damage. Look at the health on Orphans.
Okay, maybe I got a little excited there though, but I thought for sure. But you're right, the damage is coming out, but maybe they're getting a little overconfident knowing they have a big Delta lead of 2,700 at the current moment. Who 2 coming in? I mean, 2-2 coming in, and they get the pound spit. That's a lot of spit damage. What a
What a
spread!
huge spread, yeah.
Big momentum shift at the moment, but just not in points. Just an infected damage coming out from Raw. The question is, Elliot, is they getting good hits, or is Orphan Truck Driver getting a little sloppy?
So, as is always the case with these sort of things, it's a bit of both. So here comes the charge from behind. Ooh, doesn't land the charge. Chad crosses up top. Crucially, Dave didn't. Oh.
Again,
I need
the
to stop
timing.
saying
Yeah, the
this.
timing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You.
Well, now that Dave has been down, he is going to be bleeding. So maybe Chad will want to play it slow. Lance.
Oop, no rock though. They're too mindful of that. The boomer falls into the water. Nope, not gonna land. And he makes a transition over. A
Letting
nice
this tank
transition.
cross for free, yeah.
Yeah. Rock.
Because they have a bleeding survivor and a slow survivor, they're playing pretty scared on the Orphans. Problem is, this means the tank can do more or less whatever he likes. That's the charge! There it is!
No way!
That actually is the death charge, finally landing. Slay getting the charge onto Kimchi, and that is 2 death charges in 2 maps. Sorry to say, MK, we are not going to be seeing 10k today.
No, we're not. And we might see a chance of Raw actually still be in this. After it's all said and done, Rock was actually pretty close, but not going to land. And he's pretty healthy. If he goes in there with the right cappers, he might be able to clean this up. And they need to do so. Oh, they're going to ring him around the rosy. It's going to be hard for him to get any damage, in my opinion, here, Elliot. I think they're just going to keep him, make him go in the longest way so they can firing squad him down. As soon as he jumps on there, they're going to push forward now. Yep. Maybe not. He's got to make a choice though soon. He's losing rage. He's 55% frustration. And yeah, they're going to go forward. The smoker misses. Oh, this is not good for the tank at all. I would rather have
He's
them.
still got a lot of health though, MK.
I'd rather have him push him backwards and forward in the map. That's the only downside for the tank. And he's down to 4K. He has all his spawns up ahead now.
What's this smoker spawn?
And death punch. There goes Soul.
Death punch.
Another death punch, maybe. Nope, but it's gonna be a wipe. Yeah, it's a wipe.
Gonna be the wipe.
And this has been a circus show for sure on this chapter, Elliot. I'll tell you that.
We had
2 failed death charges.
1,200, 2 failed death charges, and then a landed death charge, and a death punch. I was gonna say we had about 1,200 points come in from the orphans on map 1 of Open Road. We've had about 600 in 2 maps of Suicide Blitz. So a very, very different level of survivor that we're seeing in this second campaign here. Now, Suicide Blitz, again, considerably harder for the survivors than Open Road is. And pressure is very much on Raw at this stage. If they can get a good map here, it is maybe still just technically possible.
They gotta be within 1,500 points at the end of this chapter, minimum.
Well,
Elliot.
that would require them making about 1,500 points on this chapter.
They have to. They have no choice.
1,200.
They have to do it. They have no choice. Time is running out, and I mean they will. I'm not sure what chapter 3 is worth, Elliot. If it's 700, then they'll get 3 700 maps in a row, which would be very beneficial for the opportunity. But they still need to keep doing what they're doing on Infected and Wipe. Or at least kill one of the survivors on the Orphan truck drivers, which they have done back to back. But solidifying their first wipe last chapter, we were talking about it before they started. They need to do it twice. They can't let it happen to them. They're doing what they needed to on one side, but not on the other. And it's the opposite side this time. Before they weren't doing it on the Infected, they were doing okay on the survivor. Now it's the other way around.
Yeah, they haven't been able to. I don't think they've won a single map yet. Is that right? I believe they have lost all 6 maps so far. So they at least need to win this one.
Yeah, with a 1,200 chapter here, minimum is what we were talking about. See if they can pull it off, as they have done the same thing. Tricap spit. No, what a skeet. Actually, it was killed on the ground, didn't count as a skeet. They still land the charge, though.
They do.
Elliot, that's not acceptable. You gotta shut that down.
Good damage onto Willard.
Yep. You're gonna be able to push out pretty quick. Spitter does stay alive, which means a 2-2's incoming. Sack order. There will be a hunter minimum. It's gonna be hunter jockey.
Reloading.
And they're moving pretty quick through here. But here where the attack comes. Boomer rockets. Nah.
Pop.
Yeah, not gonna land. And they're gonna go. The SI sack rotation a little sloppy. Spitter will be late.
Reloading.
They've just sacked for another boom, MK.
Yeah, I was gonna say the sack rotation getting a little sloppy from OTD. Just giving more opportunity for Raw to see if they can take advantage of it. 1,221 bonus remaining. They still have to deal with the event, of course, and the tank shortly after. But have to deal with spawns. Tricap boom.
Reloading.
Question is, will OTD get another death charge?
Surely not. Oh, nice skate. Charger doesn't land, but he is pulled in front. The boomer. Oh, the boomer. Freeing the survivor. A little bit of a misplay there by, I think that was Presto on the boom.
I think it would have been two or three more ticks if he didn't do that. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I'm reloading.
all survivors softened up about 15 damage minimum, up to about 18.
Let's burn some shit.
Or I mean 28, most on well led.
Shit, this worked.
So we have 1 3-punch survivor. Everybody else is going to be 4 punches, but probably 3 more attacks till tank, Elliot, I would say right here. Okay, I was going to say. Probably 3 attacks right here as they wait for some commons to come in.
Yeah. 3 attacks, I think, is the number. Willed was up on the light pole. Drops down. Hunter just gets blasted out of the air. Not quite sure what that was all about. Charger doesn't land. Jockey does. And a little bit of spit damage. Chad actually gets stuck in it. But Another relatively clean shutdown, and you know, Raw looking pretty good so far on this map. Like you said, always the risk of a death charge. But they're certainly a lot healthier than the Orphans were at this stage in the map.
Reloading here.
Oop. We're setting up for it. Look at this, Elliot. Elliot? Oh, no. I think you're right. There might not be an angle, but
I don't think there is any angle to get death charged in that section, no. Only up ahead.
I see the
And-
breaks and I see it. I understand. Okay.
Clean take.
I mean,
And look how aggressive they're getting on this tank! I completely missed that.
That thing.
yeah, they gotta be careful not to get too aggressive though, because you can get death punched real quick. But that's good chip. I respect it, Elliot, as they push Dave's
Yeah.
tank.
That's 10% of his health gone already, 5,400.
There's not much one of the best tanks can do when he's stuck around a corner.
Charger doesn't land.
Oh my gosh. What a set of balls from Rochelle. Rochelle chose not to go back and to hold the tank down. And that's a lot of chip. They get about a quarter of the tank's bonus or health down.
More damage does go out onto 89, getting jockeyed and punched by the charge at the back. So he took a bit, but he didn't get death charged, MK.
This is true. And that number we were talking about, or I was saying, they have 443 more than that 600 I was calling out.
Rock. Oh my god, that rock was close. Survivor's gonna go all the way back. I think this is generally the best way to play this tank.
He might be.
Dave.
I don't think he's gonna be AI. I think he makes
No,
it.
he won't be AI. He's got sight on them now, even. But he is gonna take a lot more chip. He's already taken 1,500. Survivor's setting up to shoot him now. Down to 4k. Down to 3k, 2k. Nice pull. Charger misses, but he is gonna get the in-cap onto Slay. Actually doesn't finish the in-cap. Turns around. Oh my god! Nearly kills
Hey,
Chad.
You look like a fool
Wow.
hanging there.
Chad
Let me help
getting
you up.
quite lucky not to get death punched.
Excellent. Don't even start.
And they do in-cap Slay.
I apologize.
Yeah, but that's DB open. That's the only consequence, and they do still have a threshold of 156 of that number. But due to them backing up, means more attacks will come out, and they're probably gonna attack fast with this here because they have good position or possibility of a.
Ammo.
Never mind. The timing goes opposite for me, Elliot, but it goes in favor for you.
Oh! Shut down. 89.
And that's a
Fine.
quad sack too.
Levels the charge.
Goddamn goo.
Quad sack as well with 1 tick of free spit damage, 124 points on the positive side of the number we were calling out. Map progression 60%. They have some difficult tunnels to go down at the end of this chapter though, Elliot, which will be very favorable for charge spits and hunters and jockeys and all that. See if that comes into play or if they're able to avoid triggering this car alarm on the windows. Never mind, they're going to attack now.
Oof. Charger misses. Everything misses, in fact. Hunter gets skeeted, Smoker misses, Jockey shut down. I think that was a 0 damage quad try, and Raw looking good. This is the best they've looked all match, I would say. And well on the way to
I'll take it.
narrowing the delta by probably about 1,000 points at this rate.
Yeah, this is going to be it. And it's not a favorable hit either. Wait a minute, it might not be it. I take it back. There should probably be 2 more, but this hunter gets skeeted. No, the hunter doesn't get skeeted. It's over spits though. And they do get the clear, so not a whole bunch of damage. Still positive 7. Never mind. He's losing more bonus now. I take it back.
I'm a reload.
And they dipped just shy of 700. Yep, 666 bonus. What a number. Will they make it in though before another hit, Elliot? Gonna be close.
It is going to be close. They might.
I don't know.
Oh, No, I don't think they have it. But they're just gonna go. This is a mistake. Oh, he's missed! The charger misses. But 2-cap up top. Big damage. 100 bonus lost on that hit. A little bit too rushed from the survivors probably, and actually they just got really lucky that the charger missed on 89, because that could have been even more damage. Still, that is about 800 points made up, closing that gap to just under the 1500 we were talking about. Is it still possible, MK? 1500 points over 3 maps. It's going to be tough.
Well, they made up 800 this last one. If they can do it the next 2 chapters in a row, we could go into the finale with almost an even game, but I'm pretty sure that Orphan truck drivers are not going to want to let that happen at all.
I'm quite certain the Orphans would not want to let that happen.
And yes, this is actually a map. Wow, okay. I'm a little puzzled, if I'm honest here, Elliot, that this chapter is only worth 500 distance? Very confused why. But that is going to really hurt and change the effect of the way we're calling this game. This map is hard to survive.
It is famously one of the hardest maps in the game, in the current competitive map pool.
And it's 500 distance. Maybe a little bit of modification for the future might be warranted for this chapter. But they're going to go in nonetheless. They're going to get the pound spit. It's going to be success. Death spit too, but he avoids it easily. Respectable opening hit, but Survivor's on the move.
A bit of damage onto Presto, but I think crucially that is no spitter now for Raw. I believe the spit did die third. Hunter, Charger, Jockey, and Boom is the last spawn. As the Infected are just going to send it really early here and land absolutely nothing. And the Orphans are going to push through probably the hardest choke on this chapter pretty easily.
Yeah, I didn't... big misplay. You got to know what SI you need for this hit here, Elliot. The first hit when they sacked out of order and just didn't work out for them. And now they're in a situation where the survivors take it on their terms. There's no spawns for the infected. The common infector are about to die out. And in fact it is. And they're going to have to hit somewhere else.
They're hitting now that the... Oh, actually Charger does land in the back. And a nice spit banked off the wall. But not a huge amount of damage. Presto... Well, actually Presto is down to 50 health. But still... I mean, this is a famously difficult event to survive, especially on ping. I'd say the Orphans are very happy with their health at this stage.
Yeah, I would definitely be as well, especially going to this tank fight with some survivors. Still 5 punches. Presto will have to pop, of course, pills for the tank fight, but still everybody else being very healthy. And we'll see this fought back in the prison cafeteria for sure. But one more attack opportunity for damage before they will retreat. Hunter, Jockey, Charger, and the Boomer. Free Boom with the distraction from the Hunter. But this Hunter is pretty much dead already. 31 HP.
Hey, I'm reloading.
And that is the quad try coming in, and there it goes. A little bit of damage from the Jockey, but Charger didn't even touch the ground, and Smoker didn't even have his spawn up.
They went way out of order. Tank is... Wait a minute, they're going to try to hold him in here for a Hail Mary car? Ooh. Nope. Just don't have the angle. Sometimes it works for you. Sometimes it doesn't, Elliot. Corey fell to it, unfortunately, last week during our cast, but not to the Orphan truck drivers.
No, the Orphans got out of there real fast. Nice level on the charge as well. But 2-Boom does land. So this common will probably trickle for a while. In fact, yeah, there's common literally with the tank, so he is going to commit with at least a few common. Survivors go all the way back to the jail area. That is definitely the best place to fight it. And Willett is in.
With commons.
Oh no, Rochelle! Presto just getting immediately stuck on a table is going to take a pretty early corner here. The 3 cap doesn't land, but the 2 cap does. And the common! MK, this could be a wipe! Oh, the tank's dead.
Wow.
I didn't actually realize how low the tank was, but ooh, that was close. Look at all these common, still coming.
I cannot believe how well they focused the tank down and they ignored the common, and it got so close to being a wipe. I think if the SI, if he got there a half a second sooner, Elliot, it's a wipe. It was literally that close.
The Hunter and Jockey were just a little bit too late after the smoke had already been cleared, and made all the difference, but still big damage. What is going on here? Oh, this is going to be big damage actually onto Nick. What? Jinman didn't get charged. How in God's name did that charger not land?
I have no idea, but I think it's actually better it didn't. I think it might have been better that he didn't though, Elliot, actually, because look at how much free spit damage he took. That was a lot. I think he almost took the full 45 from it.
He did take a lot of damage regardless. I think he probably would have gone down if the charger landed, but good damage nonetheless. Hunter, Jockey, Smoker, Spitter is the set, and MK, the Orphans do find a set of pills, but they are hurting right now. Jockey doesn't even touch the ground. Dave gets the skeet. Ooh, that was clean.
Yes, they want to hold on to all the bonus, or they want at least this full 500. There's only 200 and some more bonus to be had. And only 30% of the map left to navigate. Thanatos is going to have to eat the pills in a moment. A crucial choke point coming up here. They do not have a smoker, though. It's a 2-2. There's no way they... Yeah, they have to hit at the bottom. There is just no way to grab anybody on the back. Jockey's almost dead. Jockey got blasted down to 65.
Yeah, this is not a healthy Jockey. It's all up to the charger now. He does land. And that will be the in-cap onto Dave. The Boomer gets popped in his face just to add insult to injury. Spitter gets out.
Yeah, DB Dave living up to his name. Pops the last of the pills. They will be crawling. They'll get more chances, and it's almost just a complete focus on Kimchi at this point. A little bit on to Jinman, but it would apparently be probably the best target here. Probably be Jinman because he's both. Got a little bit of temporary, plus might go down first to get that free 5% DB. Oh, the Hunter gets hit in the face. Oh, Soul misses the skeet. A straight pounce. That's a rare sight to see.
Yeah. More damage coming out. Bonus is below 200.
But it looks like they're gonna get bonus again, though.
Reloading.
Last hit is gonna come out. Presto has already dropped, so this is gonna be a little bit of a rushed one from the infected, and here they come. Charger does land onto Presto, and that's gonna be another in-cap.
It might get credit for all the DB from that, even though there's a little percent on it. See if it pops up.
I think they'll have enough when he gets picked up. Oh, maybe not. Only 3%.
See if it gives him just the 116 or if it will give him the 124.
Well, it definitely won't round up. 116 it is.
Yeah, they didn't get credit for the DB, but they do still put up some bonus. 8 chapter score of 7,627. I do believe that Raw can make up some points here, but just not as much. I don't think enough, Elliot.
They're gonna have to have a very good map. Put another sort of 500 or 600 bonus on the board.
And that's hard on only 500 distance too. It's not easy. If they just make up 1,000 points, they're still going to be down about 1,100, going with 2 chapters left.
Spitter around.
Kimchi is dead. The spitter just got picked through the wall. Check him PC.
Grabbing a nightstick.
As that was a blasting from the survivors.
Yeah, but
Taking basically no damage on the first hit, but the spitter is going to be up for hit number 2.
and that's where it's very dangerous. I don't know if it'll come into play. We'll see how much this damage will do, but the survivors don't seem too keen on pushing.
Here comes the hit. The jockey lands. Oh, quick clean. But look at this hunter. They're not clearing it, Chad.
The spit
And the
landed?
spit spreader. Yeah.
No way.
What a great spit. I don't know who that was.
And Chad missed the jump. They're not able to get up. I mean, they just took an attack with the spawn timers, Elliot. They're almost back up already. And they haven't
gonna
even
have to
got
take
to the
another
button.
one.
Oh, this is going to be disaster. And they know they got to slow down. The only benefit is there's no spitter. And they have to push through. There's no choice. They got to push through. And the boomer will just sack.
Land up to 1.
They got to go, Elliot.
Ah.
The spitter's going to be up.
Charger behind. Lands. Gets 10. Scratches go out onto Ellis as well, and this is a lot of damage, MK, even though there was no spit, just scratches, friendly fire, common hit, all adding up. Raw are considerably less healthy than the Orphans were, who I think only had Presto down to about 50 health.
And here comes tank time. Oh, they're going to hit in the back quick. Hunter pouncing around. They're targeting the Uzis in the rear. Doesn't work out, though. But the boom guy in the front's getting beat by Common.
Reloading.
I think that's been the story of this map for 89, just getting beaten by Common. As Dave is going to spit block. Coach runs through it. Oh my god, that car.
What?
What is it stuck on?
What?
What is that?
What is...
This... That fucking 2009 zombie video game does it again, MK. What is that?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before. And it's wrong person. It's Presto. Sorry. I apologize. Calling the wrong person out.
More damage coming out. Dave, no idea what you're talking about. It's alright, we know what you're talking about.
Oh, that was close, Elliot.
That was a nice curve.
So clean. So
That's another one.
clean. Well,
It is going to be the boom charge commit though. Boomer lands onto 1. Misses the punch. Onto Slay, he takes his pills. Where's the rest of the survivors? They're not shooting this tank at all, they're just letting Slay get beaten up. I don't know if that was the play. If you're going to do that, if you're going to completely sacrifice your teammate, then he shouldn't have taken pills, as they are now melting it through the wall, and that is a tank.
that's free DB, right?
Yeah, just don't take the pills. If you're going to go down,
40%.
just take the 3 punches, not the 7.
A lot of DB to throw away for that corner. 40%.
Man, this shit hurts.
Raw, fairly healthy, but they only have 1 set of pills in hand, and they have basically the entire map left to play.
missed our Russian caster trying to come in the second game. I apologize to him. But I don't see my messages when we're casting. I feel bad for that, but
Oh, Hunter lands. More damage onto 89. And I think that's the quad sack. Or maybe that was a
Reloading.
no smoke, no boom.
Pills.
and they do have the possibility to win the round here, Elliot, but it's not by going to be a lot, in my opinion, with a lot of the maps still to go and some of these difficult choke points. Like right now, they could have probably blitzed those stairs, and they chose to bet. And never mind, they're not even setting up at it.
Yeah, the infected
Interesting. They're
playing
backing off.
very patient here on the orphans.
Yeah, that's a pretty good choke point to hit at right there, in my opinion. I don't know if you agree, Elliot, or not, but
I think it's yeah, it can be a very good choke. I'm surprised they didn't try for it. The orphans have been playing very patient with their infected, really holding hits for areas they feel comfortable in, and to their credit, it has been working pretty well for them.
they
They're gonna have to make this one count. So here comes the hits. Hunter gets skated, but the charge does land in the back. And Slay takes more damage. DB
Get out of the goo.
and they'll eat
is
that
down
up.
to 37.
And they'll eat that up all day, Elliot, because you know the DB does go down faster than regular health bonus. So smart target, just wise infected play, taking advantage of what's given to them. I do believe they're gonna win the round though officially, Elliot. I didn't know at first, but maybe 200 points, maybe like 250, maybe Elliot, depending on how well this goes here.
Yeah, I mean, there's at least 2 more hits, so they're gonna have to take both of those pretty well to get in with 250. I say there's 2 more hits, and again, the orphans are really waiting. There might only be 1.
Yeah, and they're gonna try some shenanigans on this transition over here, or will they? They have a smoker for it.
Careful.
Bitter pick.
That is a clean take.
Bitter failed.
The charger is still up. Oh, he's walking into Death's Pit. Slay.
And I will bury you
Not
alive.
quite sure we needed to send the DB there, but they do level the charge, and they are going to make up, yeah, about another 250 points. Maybe a bit less if there's some scratches coming in last minute. Jockey lands.
Grab a tank or some
A
shit.
little bit more damage. And another scratch.
Be
So,
20.
200.
Yeah, it'll round up the 1 delta. So they win back-to-back rounds here, Elliot, and bring it back to within 1,300 delta. 2 maps
mean,
left
it's-
to go.
It's good that they're winning these maps, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, they're gonna need something crazy for this chapter.
%58% tank MK. I think this might be in the bowling alley, which is not what you want to see if you're on Raw. The easiest tank on this map for survivors, I would say, And it's going to make it even more difficult to claw back this 1,300 point deficit that they're in.
Viewers say game 3, fight back. No, there's only 2 guys. They're not going to play a third game. If there's 3 games, it's always best of 3, not total of. It won't be total of 3. That would be, jeez. That would be something, wouldn't it, Elliot? Total of 3. Don't even like the way I don't even like the way it hits the ear.
We definitely would get over 10k at that stage. I'm pretty sure if they just ready up, the spec HUD fixes itself, right?
I believe that feature has been added, but
Yeah, might be worth reminding players of that.
to fix the
Charger lands?
It does. It gets pretty good.
But where's the spit?
I don't think did they
Did the
have a
spit get
spinner?
picked, or did they not have one?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they had one.
Was
Could
it a boom?
Pretty sure it was. Am I not paying attention? There's no
No,
way.
it was a spitter. It was a
It
spitter.
got
The spitter
picked?
must have been picked. Yeah, I didn't see quite how, but somehow the spitter got picked before he could spit on the charge. Hunter lands. There is the spit. Oh, that
the
boomer.
Elliot, cup to the charger.
Oh, report that boom. That is unfortunate, to be polite.
Makes the 2-hit average at 5% damage coming out from Raw on to the Orphan truck drivers as they are approaching 7,800 points. I think they'll fall just shy of 8,000 before this tank spawns, Elliot. Maybe like 7,900 and change. It's gonna be close.
I'm feeling good about my 9k something to 7k something prediction.
Yeah, it looks like you're right. I was a little too optimistic, I guess, to see the 20k come out between both teams, but we'll at least get 15k.
I think it'd be very difficult on this campaign. Survivor's just pushing straight through. They are not hanging around, and they're gonna send the hit now. What? I'm not sure about this from the infected. They send the hit both after the survivors get out of the alley, but before Chad gets his spawn. So that's basically the worst of both worlds. If you're gonna hit without him, just go in the alley. And if you're gonna wait, you have to actually wait.
Yep, I completely back that statement, and now the tank's about to be up here. The only thing that's good about the failure there is that they'll have a charge pit in this hallway. Other than that, I wasn't happy about what happened there either, Ellie. I completely agree with you. But they have a bunch of doors. Maybe they get a good closet hit, soften these survivors up for this tank commit, because they're really going to have to get a survivor down to at least 2 or 3 punches, and then try to get the other 3. As the Orphan truck drivers focus down tanks very quickly, as we just saw last chapter, Elliot. Very fast.
Certainly do. They're just going bowling, playing with the bowling balls. Charges. Oh no. Another charge into a wall. I think that was into a door this time, technically. Not the hit that they were hoping for on Raw. Now we will get the. I think this is the 10th tank, isn't it?
Yep,
in the
it
hands
is.
of 89.
You are 100% correct. And you need to be actually, I would say the tank needs to be a hero, Elliot, but in a situation like this where they're fighting the tank needs the SI to be the heroes. He needs to get the corner, and they need to do their
not
job.
much this tank can do by himself. In fact, almost nothing he can do by himself. It's definitely up to the infected to land the tri-cap.
He's going to have to get his own corner, though. He cannot rely on, if they want the wipe, they cannot rely on that smoker, because they will kill it. And I think right now the Orphan truck drivers will gladly take an in cap and kill the tank. But okay, see if he can get it. He's in. He's up on the ball return, down to 4,400. Hunter's making noise, but not going in. He looks like he's going to get his corner onto 80. He got one punch there. Second punch onto... Oh, he misses, but
It's cleared.
and they're not going to coordinate well enough. Jockey gets M2'd. One more rock, maybe. Nope. And this is a
Not
dead
even.
tank, Elliot. Wait. Oh, I thought he had a punch there, but no.
Hopping after Jin Man. Not able to land the tri-cap. The smoker in that room. Just too easy for the survivors to kite around the pillars.
I will keep you.
One down on that tank fight. Clean take from the Orphans. And MK, that's probably game, unless Raw can land a quad. I think that will be too much.
Yeah, it needs to be quad every other hit, and that's exactly what they're gonna do.
They know it.
Bitter needs to die. This is... I don't like this at all. They have to go every other
He's
shot
saving the
quad.
spit.
Yeah, they just went
Yeah.
damage, and I don't agree with it. You probably would have got 2 more tries before they make safe room. For quad attempts. Here wouldn't have been a terrible place for right now. But instead it'd be 100 jockey smoker spitter around this choke point coming up.
I don't even have the charge, MK. I really don't like saving the spitter at all.
No. And they gotta wait to outside too. The smoker's gonna be completely useless inside here. Survivor's taking their time. Oh, they're shopping. Okay.
Because why not? Nothing to lose.
Creative. Ooh, this is not bad. Creative hit.
Good damage.
Yeah.
Good damage at the back. It's about 100 bonus, but again, knocking off 100 bonus isn't going to cut it. They need to be wiping them.
And they're very close to getting into a spot where it's going to be hard to quad them. They're very, very close. And they don't have time to sack either.
What do you fellas want to
2-2, Hunter Charger. Charger goes in. Charger does land. Spitter misses his spawn. Rochelle blocked it.
This stuff sucks.
And they can't even
Almost
sack.
there.
That's better.
And they're going to have to take it down there on the rail cart. I don't know, Elliot. It's almost impossible to land a quad on this thing.
They still have the spit anyway. It is impossible to land a quad if
You're right.
if you have a spitter. Spit comes out. Doesn't get the proper spread. He didn't spit on top of the box. You gotta spit on top of that box if you want a reasonable spread. And he's still holding it. Why are Raw just saving a spit for every hit, MK? I don't know.
I know. I mean, I understand why, but the circumstances don't call for it, Elliot. You got to do what the game throws at you and be able to adapt on the fly, and adapting here is going quad 2-2, quad 2-2, quad 2-2. They pre-spit.
Now that's a good spit. Ticking on all 3 survivors. The charge is coming in from behind. Oh, they hear it. They just melted. That could have been huge, actually. If the charger got like a multi-charge off the train.
If they can't make it, they just die off, if I remember correctly. But
Yes,
alright,
they do.
1,000-point chapter even for the Orphans. Put their delta up to what, 8,627, I think?
Total score. 8,627 is correct. And I think that is probably game over, MK.
Yeah, perfect chap. Let's just give Raw a perfect chapter for the sake of conversation here, Elliot. Let's give him the 1920. We'll give him just 2,000, and that'll be 8,316. Highly unlikely, but that's what has to happen.
So if they make literally 100% bonus, then they're still going to be behind by 300 points.
Yeah, I think like, yeah, you're correct. Still behind by 300. On a chapter that's very hard to hold bonus too. In a tank fight where you're almost guaranteed to get a corner if you fight it inside the bowling alley. And this is not a good start either, Elliot. Charge spin success. Oh, the jockey stumble.
And the smoke on 89. huge damage off that first hit.
Is that
Dave
a
has
rolling?
95 damage.
Is that a rolling tri-cap?
It was. It was a rolling tri-cap.
Wow.
Reloading. Reloading.
And that is not the rate you want to go. And I believe you now, Elliot. I think this is probably going to be GG when it's over. I'll be shocked if they want to play Chapter 5. If they think there's a chance. The Charger will land with ease, and the slam is...
That's a slam.
And the Hunter in the front. Death Spit. I don't think it mattered, though, but still, 2-hit average of almost 13.5%, Elliot. Incredible value.
Looks like Raw are just holding the W key. I think they know the writing's on the wall. And it is just a matter of time at this stage.
I'm a reload. Jockeys around.
And look, the infected are setting up outside. Again, Orphans being very patient with their hits.
Let's see what they can make of it. They want to keep that average per hit damage up here, Elliot. It's going to be a quad try. They go early too.
Smoke lands, charge lands, Jockey gets shut down. A nice scheme from Raw. From 89 on the Hunter. Bit more damage.
Reloading.
All 4 survivors. Down to 60 something health or less. This Jin Man's ribbing his teammate.
Alright, here we go. 5. Never mind, I don't want to jinx it here. I will say the 10th tank of the game. Oh my gosh, thanks. Holy crap. Got a bunch of gifted subs. Thank you, guys.
Shout out to RB Josan for the gifties.
Thank you very much, my friend, as we go into tank number 10. Into the hand of Envy's finest. Kimchi, come clean it up for the team. We have the support. Will they be able to shut this tank down and possibly put up a big score that won't still be enough?
He's going straight in, MK.
Oh,
He's not letting survivors get set up. He
Oh!
misses. Does get his punch onto Slay. And the second one, he's down to 1,000 health. Is going to encapsulate. Don't know if he's going to get anything else. Rock doesn't land. And he's just going to stare at them before dying.
Can't stay down.
Pretty good take.
Same
out.
damage as the
Yeah.
Orphans. Yep.
Oh, you won, Ellis.
The only problem is that they have taken a lot more damage from the SI, so...
A lot more.
Yeah.
And they do have a slight chance to win this round by about 190 points, which is highly unlikely. Still have over 35% of the map to navigate. Oh my gosh, thank you for another gifted 5 subs, RB Jasan. Thank you very much for that as they come in
Champ, RB Jasan.
again. Smoker Charger 2-2. It looks like we're going to get an inside hit. Interesting, no outside hit, Elliot. They want these
Not
charge
sure
spits.
if- I mean, are they gonna save? No, okay, they are gonna go at this corner here. But Charger does miss, and so does the Smoker. Not the cleanest hit. As Dave runs off. I think that might be a quad sack MK.
I think you might be right, but there's a lot of common damage coming out in the back here. They're not clearing it. As their green survivor takes off, not helping in the back. And I noticed a
89
difference.
has places to be.
There's a difference in the guns that each team has taken. It seems Orphan truck drivers were keen on. Oh, nice ski coming out, but it's almost a rolling trike. That was so close to a quad, Elliot. If that Hunter lands, I think they die.
Yeah, I think that was a rolling tri-cap. Jockey got cleared very quickly, but for a split second there, I think all 3 survivors were capped. It was just that one skeet saving them from getting wiped. And that means they've officially lost this map, MK, and they haven't even taken the event.
And he's not popping the pills. I think they're going to play finale. I think they might actually play the finale, Elliot. Boomer lands.
Oh, the DP!
Oh, the 25!
Slay is gonna go down.
time, and that's it for you.
Always
And I'll tell you,
careful.
if you want your call to be dead on, I think we're gonna need them to go to the next chapter to get that 9,000 to 7,000, like you're saying.
Yep, I think you're right. If we get the finale played, I'm feeling very comfortable about my guess. If not, then even I overshot.
All right, but we got Hunter, Jockey, Smoker, Boomer. Could be the last two set of spawns coming in. Boomer shut down. Hunter goes in anyway. Smoker, Hunter, same target. Jockey gets bullied at him.
Axed.
Oh my god, he just domed him over the back of the head.
Chopped him down like a tree.
Oh my gosh, it takes for the 1,500 bits too. BJ Deshaun. Oh my gosh, thank you, man. Holy crap. I am a little flabbergasted here, Elliot, for this last hit. Oh, what a skeet!
Very nice skeet. The charger stumbled the survivors. Not quite sure what he was trying to achieve. But that will be Raw making it to the safe room with about 200 bonus.
You got a safe house.
And wait, DG or GH, it's up to them.
Chinman calling GG, a little bit toxic for the winning team to call GG. You can't do that. Yeah, don't do that, guys. Anyone in spec?
And we go finale. The math
We
is
do
still
go
there.
finale.
Well, Elliot, it looks like your call is going to be correct.
Assuming that the orphans don't get quadded in the first 400 distance. And also assuming that Raw don't make over 900 points, which is also quite possible on this map.
Look, Enric wants to see it. Get 10k bonus. Alright, so if they wanted to do this, Elliot, we'll entertain the viewers here. If they get 700 distance, that'll put them at 9327. So they would need 673 bonus? I think that's the magic number.
I'm not gonna do the math. I can't be bothered. They're behind by 1,500 points. The map, full distance and bonus is like 2,200. So yeah, if they wipe the orphans and make an enormous bonus, it is still mathematically possible. But I think we're pretty close to leaving the realm of even mathematical possibility at this stage.
Yeah, and especially because it's only that 700, not 800, also makes it a little bit more slim. That extra point means a lot. But, of course, you know, you get that 800 distance, you get that extra tank. More likely to do that with only one tank than two, so...
What? They spawned?
We got a boomer.
I didn't know you could do that.
Zone mod
I
update.
thought you had to. I thought you had to wait for the survivors to get through this grate here. Well, I think that was a very quick quad sack from Raw, so maybe we're still in with a ghost of a chance here, MK, if they can land this quad.
Almost there.
Oh, it's not even a quad. Never mind.
Yeah. It's tough. They're not going to give up, though. I respect them for trying, but Smoker Pole goes out. Hunter is late. Charger has no chance.
Charger doesn't get anywhere near.
They get a pound spit out of it,
I'm a reload.
but probably not a favorable rotation.
Reloading.
And we are going to see a tank with a football helmet on and a football jersey before we leave this game. As the Boomer will go in for solo, they're just going to send all the SI in. Very sloppy. Charger. Oh, they landed. Almost a tri-cap. Not bad damage, actually, Elliot. That's pretty good. without a spitter, I think that's about the best you could ask for.
Slam going out onto Kimchi, definitely nice.
Especially the players of this caliber, it's hard to get really much more damage without a spitter in there. Almost regardless of how many you get a boom on, Elliot, they're just, their senses to get the clears are just second to none. Smoker will fail. This is a poo too. Stinky hit, we like it. They get it, they get the double cap in it, and some spit ticks. That's pretty good.
And more death spit onto Dave. I mean, that's about as much damage as you could hope for.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy with that with what spawns they had.
I think the Orphans are trying to get this game over and done with. Dave has not let go of the W key, basically all map. Maybe not trying as hard as they were 5 maps ago. MK, 9,000 points for the Orphan. And I think that, oh my god, that jockey didn't even touch the ground. Hunter's coming in from behind. Oh, what is going on with this Hunter? Doesn't land. Spitter's gonna die. All up to Chad to try and make something happen by himself. Is this the highest score we've seen in a competitive Left 4 Dead 2 total of 2? 9,000. You said that the previous record was an 8,800?
Yep, that was 8,800. RBT 5 by Frag 4. I believe they went under a different name, if I remember correctly. Rehab was their name. And the tank's gonna spawn out. Interesting tank spawn. What is this?
Dave is gonna take 2 hittables.
3 hittables.
Oh, Dave is getting fucked.
Back to the game now. We are live.
He missed.
He missed. And he missed again.
Then Presto just stood there. He's getting punched. Tank's down to like 1,400 health. He's down below 1,000. Rock doesn't land. Smoke does. He's gonna get another incap onto Kimchi. And finally doesn't die. Big damage. Unfortunate for the Orphans that Presto crashed at pretty much the worst possible time. Kimchi just skeeted Slay in 2. Was he on the ground? Was that a 2-shot pistol skeet?
It wouldn't be the first time I've seen it, to be honest with you, so I wouldn't be shocked, but their delta has gone down. We will not see the 10k. We will see 9,500 for sure, Elliot. Charger
I mean,
melted.
it's depending on how much bonus they're able to hold. This might be very close to 10k as Jinman walks through the spit twice.
For good measure, just want to make sure, you know. 510 remaining. There is no spawn to stop them out the most difficult choke point. And they're going to make it out. And it's going to be ever so close to that number, but it will not be really realized. Elliot will be correct. Smoker pull, low clear charger, not even close. Jockey lands, smoker pull.
Land. 420 odd bonus, 424. And that'll be it. The Orphans completing their 2-campaign score, 9,755. Very impressive score, and that has got to be, the new record for a 2-campaign total score, just shy of the 10k.
And you know the crazy part about it is that I know for sure, if I don't know what Raw's going to do here on their Survivor side. They might just hold W and go through everything, but I know if they would try their best, they absolutely would put up 8,000 points on this chapter for sure, Elliot. It's not an easy chapter to get a wipe on this tank. The amount of damage they got on the tank was because of the issue that happened, in my opinion, but still not putting down Raw at all. But it looks like it's going to be probably about 7,500 to 9,700, and that is a heck of a match, even though how much they were down. They did crawl back quite a bit, though, Elliot. It was just too much of a hole to get out of for Raw.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how they go on this final map. They could absolutely get over
Four people that
8k.
could use some help, sir.
All they're gonna have to do is make 400 odd bonus, 300 odd bonus. Not too difficult on this map.
I got a bad feeling about that.
Possibility of winning it can't happen though because they need more than 2,400 points. They can't accumulate that.
Yes, this game is mathematically over.
And looks like
We are only playing for pride.
and they're gonna give it their all, Elliot. They're not just gonna lay down. They
And
want
good on them.
they want to make this as tight as possible. Except for helping Ellis in the back at common lock. Slay's a good friend, but nobody else here, Elliot, as he gets beat down, and that's the only percentile that comes out from Dave's boomer.
Quad is up in the hands of the Orphans.
And I think they go quad every other hit here, Elliot. Just for the show purpose.
Just for the entertainment factor.
Yeah, to end it with style. 7,300 points now gained by Raw. Final stairs are being navigated. Spawns are about to be up any moment. It'll be a 2-2. Charger and the Boomer. Yeah, they're just going to kill Boomer Spitter right away, I bet. Spitter?
Everybody grab a weapon.
Spitter? Never mind, Elliot. I'm wrong.
They're coming.
Looks like they're gonna go for a spit hit.
Who wants to jump first?
It will be a jockey. No, I'm not able to grab anybody from behind, but they'll bring everything in here.
Haha.
Uh-oh.
Big damage. Look at the damage. Almost perfectly
Whoa.
spread across all of the survivors.
That was like, it went from like no damage to a lot real fast, Elliot.
I think they had 4 survivors, or at least 3 survivors, swimming in the spit with stumbles coming in. Added up quick.
Alright, they're clearing out the commons before they take this drop. Slay almost gets pulled down, dodges it.
Reloading here.
Yeah, they don't want to drop with all the commons, but a very, very big shout out and respect to Raw right now for sticking with this game.
That charge. Dave trying the 180 charge. Doesn't quite work out. MK, Raw almost very likely, assuming they don't die to this tank, are gonna crack the 8k.
They might actually crack like 8.5.
Yeah.
Like really, they actually, if they take this tank
On
well,
this tank? Look at that spawn, and he has a spitter as well. That's not what you want. But he is gonna get the corner onto Rochelle. The lead kind of corners himself. Oh, he gets away. Doesn't kill the jockey though. And Slay. Slay gets pulled. Alright. 2 downs. It's probably not going to be the 8.5.
nobody should die off here.
Let's get out of here.
He will
The tank caught
die.
Shoot the tank.
School after me for this shit.
And maybe 800 bonus remaining. Yep. I think they'll walk in with maybe 650, 700 here, Elliot. Maybe that.
Hey, watch out!
And win the
This
round.
last hit can be quite brutal, as we know.
Ooh, that's a
Nice
nice boomer.
2 cap. Slam. And here comes the spit as well. More damage going out onto Waleed.
And that should be safe for him, Elliot. I don't think there's going to be much more that the Orphan truck drivers can do. They will make the rescue vehicle. They will put up an additional 500 bonus. They will hit the 8K. What a match. Dominant performance from Orphan truck drivers, but respect to Raw for staying with it and making the score look a lot closer than it actually seemed to be, Elliot, in my opinion, for the momentum of the first game.
Yeah, I think Raw did win Suicide Blitz.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
portion of the proceedings. I think they were down by 2100 heading into Suicide Blitz. I think they will finish the game down by,
1,500?
I guesstimate 1400, 1300.
Yeah, a little less.
1,400.
Yeah, they did break a little bit, but Orphan truck drivers get the victory. Overall, campaign score 9,755. 8,384. GG, Elliot. GG.
GG. Very high scores. Lots of